Hey guys, welcome back to this session. Now I'm going to share with you some insight as to the processes that I follow typically when I'm consulting with customers on how to sell their ebooks to the masses. If you think that simply publishing a book and sitting back and selling it to millions of people is going to be an automated process, you should probably think again, because there's a lot of things that we can do to influence the process and to make sure that we sell a lot more than we could have sold by simply being passive. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to start off with the sales funnel. You've probably all heard of the sales funnel before. If not, you're going to have a look at it now, and you're going to see a sales funnel specifically designed for the ebook industry. So take a look up there. That is the sales funnel. I'm going to discuss it with you now. I'm going to share with you a step-by-step approach of what we do to be successful in our sales. Consumers typically go through 4 phases before purchasing, and sometimes this can happen in minutes, and sometimes it can actually take months before they eventually make that purchase. If we understand that and we keep our brand fresh in their minds, we're certainly on the way to doing really well. So with my publishing clients, this is normally where we start. We start off by looking at the awareness phase. We consider all the promotional actions that we can take so that we're going to be able to reach the ideal reader and raise maximum awareness. This means that we also have to research the most successful competitors. We track their PR process, and then what we do is we replicate what they do, or we actually see how can we improve that and do it better. Our next step would be to go out and find the channels that's going to increase our reach exponentially. And this is where social channels come in as well. And that's why you find so many of the best-selling authors very active on social channels. And this is something we're going to zoom in on later on during the course when we do a case study analysis. So now what we need to do is we need to move the consumer along so that they become more interested in what it is that they've just become aware of. Let me give you an example. If somebody went to Amazon to search for a book on travel, how will we provoke their interest when they see our book? And if they didn't find us on Amazon, but through other PR channels that we've got running, then what systems do we have in place so that we can re-engage them at a later stage if they didn't buy our book right away? Now, the next step is we need to move them along until eventually they're going to buy from us. So the next step is we want to help move the buyer forward so that they're going to desire the book. They should really want your book when they see it. And this is where social proof comes in. If we've got social proof and external validation, that's going to help a lot. And do we offer a credible proposition? Is it something that speaks to the buyer when they see it, that's going to convince them so that they click the buy now button? Now, I do sometimes work with cases where we get to this point where a lot has been done, but the book is not selling. And in this case, we've got to be painfully honest with ourselves. We've got to ask the right questions, go back to the drawing board and see why the book is not selling. What we don't want to be doing is to spend a lot more on awareness if we find that we have a leaky bucket because for some reason the book is not converting. This may involve rebranding, it may involve tweaking the book itself, it may involve looking at the content, and it may even involve looking at some of the feedback your readers have given you. In either case, this is a very methodical method that we can follow, and if you're honest with yourself at every phase and you plan it right, then you will do well. So now I've provided you with a broad overview of some of the things that we're going to look at in much more depth later in the course. Bring any questions to the forum, let's talk about it, and I look forward to hearing from you.